Good morning, folks. Dr. Nels here, and this morning we're going to talk to you about some generational things, and mostly from a workplace standpoint, but life in general. Because as I like to speak, it's it's life and leadership. It all intertwines: work, home, etc. And we're going to talk about the generations. So the millennials in the workforce, us Xers in the workforce, the boomers in the workforce. Of course, and now there's the Gen Zers in the workforce, like my kids, and it's a awesome Monday morning here. We've had some rain, had a great staff meeting here, and we've got Zers, millennials, Xers, boomers all in our staff meeting. So we cover all the generations, and probably like many of you in the workforce, at your work, you've probably gotten all four generations, and we won't focus a lot on the Gen Zers, but in general, is this opening vlog part of a series of bridging the generations is what has always been in my mind. I'm an Xer, and I struggled for many years with millennials, and in my immature brain, I had them pegged in a small bucket with a broad paintbrush as being lazy and worthless, even to a certain degree, and they bothered me. And I think if you're an Xer or boomer, many of you can identify with those same feelings. But as I was growing in my leadership, I realized, there are some rock star millennials out there, and for us in our place of work here at Animal Medical Center, we're full of rock star millennials. And so some of our focus is on this is because millennials right now are over about 35% of our workforce, and by 2025 it's estimated they'll be 75% of the workforce. And we've got to learn how to be in that environment, how to not just work with them, but help grow them, help nurture them, help bring them along in their journey. Because I'm telling you, as an Xer or boomer, that is what they want. And as you work with them and move forward with them, you'll soon learn that they're better than you. They're better than me. And that's an awesome thing. That's what we want, right? And as I went through time with millennials here in particular, I'd say the word millennial back in my immaturity days and think millennials were lazy. And I'd say the word and almost in a bad negative connotation. And the rockstar millennials like a Dr. Ty or even like Dr. Nick that was here, when I would say that word, you could just see them just get red and get mad. And as I've learned over the years, as I dealt with rockstar millennials, is they hate their donkey counterparts in their generation. And I realize hate's a strong word, so I don't like to use that word, but the rock star millennials don't like that. And that's what we're looking for, is the rock star millennials. And as we talk about generations, the differences often arise from technology and what we didn't grow up with or what we did grow up with from a technological standpoint. But again, we're going to continue to talk about this because it's very important, because by 2025, they're going to make up 75% of our workforce, which is a wonderful thing. And as an Xer or boomer, there's things we need to work on. As a millennial, there's some things you need to work on. We all have strengths and weaknesses, not just the millennials have a bunch of weaknesses. As a Xer or a boomer, we have strengths and weaknesses. As millennials, you have strengths and weaknesses. The Zers, we're just starting to figure them out. They're about 20% of the workforce already. And they're going to continue to grow, and we'll be talking about them more and more in the future. But as we move forward this vlog series, we're going to dive into some of the strengths and weaknesses of each generation to help all generations bridge the generations, so we can turn our things into our relationships into locomotives going forward in one direction rather than pulling each other apart. And that's a tremendous opportunity for all of us. Tune in for the next one. If you like this content, click this button, subscribe here. We're going to keep delivering what we think is information to help you, because we're here just to help you. Cheers, amigos.